here. And before this review begins, I'd like to say that since this is being recorded on Thursday the 25th, all news has broke. I've heard the news of Roman Reigns, and I'd like to say that my thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. As over the last few years, my family's also had a bit of a history with cancers. I've lost a family member, but also one of my family members has beaten it. They got um, they got it basically cured, kinda, and they've been going a few years without the cancer. So hopefully Roman will be able to beat this and be back in the ring sometimes in the kind of near future. I don't really know how long it takes to get leukemia kind of to a level that it can't do anything anymore. I don't know how long that takes, but all prayers are with him and his family, and let's get on to the review. 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, guys? C here, and welcome back to my Hell in a Cell reviews. Today we have Hell in a Cell 2014, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. So let's begin. Now, this starts off weird, to put it simply. Starts off very strange, so. It starts out with Dean Ambrose made his entrance first. He came out. He tossed chairs into the ring, and then he had the kendo stick on him that he carried in a little thing on his back, and it was really cool. Then he climbed to the top of the cage, or the cell, and called out Seth Rollins, who came out with J&J, aka Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble. Cole mentioned to JBL if he remembered Hell in a Cell starting this way. JBL said nope. Even though Mick Foley did it in 1998, it led to the best bumps of all time. Anyway, Rollins told J&J to go up the cage. They were just no, I'm not going up there. But he told them to again, and they just reluctantly went up. They went up opposite sides while Ambrose was just standing there with a kendo stick ready. He got shots in on both of them, but Rollins climbed up behind him, and they started brawling on the top. When J&J holding Ambrose down, Rollins destroyed him with kendo stick shots to the back. However, Ambrose hit a suplex on Noble on top of the cage, and he gave Mercury a clothesline. Rollins was trying to climb down, but Ambrose caught him, and they exchanged some punches. Then Ambrose hit a headbutt, and they both fell, with Rollins going through the Spanish announce table and Ambrose going through the English announce table. Oh my god. That was probably one of the best bumps in recent Hell in a Cell history, because that was a legit 12 to 15 feet drop right onto announce tables. However, they did take the monitors out, so it wouldn't kill the two men. I mean, it wouldn't kill them, but it would hurt their back hard. Anyway, then EMTs and medical personnel came out and looked and checked on him. Fans were chanting for Ambrose, and Rollins got put on a stretcher, and then Ambrose got put on a stretcher. They were about Ambrose was right in front of the cell door, but Rollins was halfway up the ramp when Ambrose fought out of his stretcher and chased Rollins up the ramp. He then knocked him off his stretcher and threw him into the side of the cage, and then threw him inside the cage. Ambrose then shut the door and told the ref to lock it. And then the ref in the ring rang the bell. So technically that wasn't even part of the actual match, but whatever. Rollins was laying in the ring while the announcers basically were saying that it was insane that they were starting the match, even though how hurt they were. Well, Ambrose was yelling at him, saying, "You stabbed me in the back, you son of a bitch." Ambrose then nailed Rollins with some chair shots, 7 of them to be exact. Ambrose then took out a screwdriver, but Rollins knocked it out of his hands. Ambrose then hit a drop kick on him when he was on the apron, and Rollins went crashing into the cage. With Rollins outside the ring, Ambrose hit a suicide dive on him, and then they got back into the ring. Rollins hit a back suplex on Ambrose onto a pile of chairs. Ow. Rollins then set up a table from the side of the ring to the cage. And, of course, Ambrose knocked down Rollins, so he was across the table. He then went up onto the top and did a flying elbow. Straight out of the Macho Man's handbook. Ambrose was then grinding Rollins' face into the cell wall, where Kane showed up out of nowhere and gave him a fire extinguisher to the face. That made Ambrose obviously back up and be stunned for a second. So Rollins picked up Ambrose and gave him a powerbomb right into the table against the cage. I think he gave him a buckle bomb, actually. I think that's what he calls it. Back into the ring, Rollins hit a curb stomp. And he got a cover, but he didn't get the full 3. He got a 2. And then Rollins grabbed the chair and hit Ambrose about 5 times or so. Sorry about that. There's a dog in the background. I'm sorry if you could hear that. Rollins then hit a jumping kick to the head, but Ambrose came back with a clothesline after he bounced off the ropes. That little, fake out thing that he did, and still does, I think. Ambrose then brought in 2 cinder blocks from under the ring. You could see them bounce off the mat onto the floor, but, I mean, it's alright to use not real cinder blocks, because, that's pretty bad to actually do. Ambrose wanted to do a curb stomp onto the cinder blocks like Rollins did to him a month or 2 prior, something like that. However, the lights went out, and after that, you could hear someone talking over the arena, and they're speaking in tongue, aka they couldn't make sense. There was a lamp in the ring, it blew smoke, and there was a hologram image. Ambrose walked towards it, but when he did, he was met with a running clothesline from Bray Wyatt. Lights went out again, and then Wyatt was doing his little upside down thing. And he did his little weird crab walk that he does for some reason. Wyatt hit a urinage on Ambrose, aka a Sister Abigail. And then Rollins crawled over and pinned him for 1, 2, 3. Match went 14 minutes, and Rollins quickly ran away like the heel he is. Now, what do I think of the match? If you don't include the start, it was not that much of a great match. It was alright, but nowhere in the insane. Even with the pre-match stuff, there wasn't that much, but if you do add those in and put them with the match, then it's definitely a good match. What am I gonna rate it though, considering the ending was kind of bad because it ended the feud without a clean victory. And I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, it ends the feud in a non-clean victory, and it just led to Ambrose rivalry with Wyatt, which didn't really go anywhere. I don't know. They didn't really do much with each other after that, other than, rejoining the Shield and having their occasional battles. A lot of people thought that was going to be match of the year, but it kind of wasn't. So nothing really great. What is my rating? I'm going to rate it a 7.5. Just because it was alright. It wasn't a bad match by any means, but it was just kind of average or slightly above or below, depending on how you see it. So that's going to be my rating, 7.5. So that's going to be it for this Hell in a Cell review. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.